Please say Guillermo more. I can't pronounce it. Guillermo. Guillermo.
Can we put a poll in the chat? Should we teach John how to say it?
Guillermo.
Is it Elmo? Elmo del Toro?
Guillermo.
Yo, drunk!
All right, episode 5. What's going on, everyone? Today we're going to talk about some things. What we're going to talk about today is top 5 favorite movie concessions. We're going to do the Stranger Things trailer talk. We're also going to talk about that Frankenstein trailer that dropped. And we're going to talk about a lot of Marvel and a little bit of DC. To my left and fellow Muscle Geek, we have Derek.
What's up, guys?
All the way back in the corner, we got the one, the only, the guy that has us streaming on here, Terry. Terry, what's up?
What up, everybody? Terry is here, but he actually cut to Steve in the live feed.
And that's everyone that's here today. So let's start this. Oh no, Steve's here. Hey everyone, Steve's here.
Hey John. What's up, Derek?
Hey buddy.
All right, so we do have a little bit of house cleaning to get.
It's good to be back.
Yeah, we do have a little bit of house cleaning to get through today. Before we start off on the show, Derek, did you know our show's blowing up?
No.
It is. Well, it is.
Tell me more,
dude. We have viewer artwork that was submitted.
Oh wow, that was real?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were speaking hypothetically earlier. I was like, yeah, that is a cool idea.
We got viewer artwork.
That's awesome.
What's viewer artwork?
Terry, if you'd be so kind of loaded up, when we had our animated thing, we had someone draw this animated character when we did the top 5 animated series lead-ins.
Oh, yeah.
So Shannon, you know Shannon from the gym?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she saw this.
She's an artist.
She's a phenomenal artist.
That's
so
really
she drew
good.
this, and then she did a little Steve thing. Terry, if you want to show. Okay.
What the?
Some bitches and everything, dude. There you go.
That's amazing.
Looking like a baby Andy Reid out there.
It really does. Oh man.
Yeah.
Dude.
Shout out Shannon. That's
Shannon all
actually
day.
pretty fucking dope.
Awesome.
Shannon, that's awesome.
That's awesome. Thank you, Shannon.
Yeah. Now, Steve,
We've made it.
Yeah, dude, we're famous now. But Steve, you had a fantastic evening last night, didn't you?
It was pretty good.
Is this like a new segment you want to talk about? Do you want to just start it off tonight?
Yeah, we can definitely start it off.
Let's do it. What happened?
So I know I've mentioned to you a little while back. I was getting into some new adventures.
Yeah.
Diving deep into my nerdism.
Yeah.
Right? Trying new things.
Right.
Does this feel dirty?
Yeah. It's
Anyway.
Is it feet?
I know I've been talking to you about it for a while, but it finally happened last night.
Yeah.
I started my quest.
Proud of you, dude. Just get it out.
Started my quest
What you
in Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
What a fucking nerd.
What a nerd.
Yeah. So my one buddy, and he's a loyal viewer and to the show. Shout out him.
What's his name?
Stevie G.
Stevie G.
He's huge into it. He's been talking to me for a few years about getting into it, and I'm not into it, or I wasn't. And then he just happened to hit me up last summer. There was a spot that opened up on his team or in their, I don't know, what you call it. And I just said, yeah. I said, sure, fuck it, why not? And took some time. Yeah, we started last night, and I'll tell you what, didn't hate it.
Yeah. Steve,
Nice, man.
could you tell everyone that's watching your name?
My character's name?
Yes.
Debologen.
Debologen?
Debologen. He's Dragonborn. Barbarian. Yeah.
If anyone doesn't know what Dungeons and Dragons is, it's like a board game that's like you basically have a team of people and it kind of never ends, right? Like you can just keep going.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
You create your own characters. You have to follow. You have a dungeon master who's kind of like the person that's like the commissioner of the whole thing. They're calling the shots. But Mr. Milktoe said now the real nerd question: which editions of Dungeons and Dragons?
That's a great question, and I wish I could answer it, but I think it's like if I saw it, I'd know.
Okay.
I'm still very brand new into it.
He's
These
on
guys,
the outside.
Yeah, these guys are very experienced. So they were awesome last night, kind of showing me the ropes. Played for about an hour and a half. And yeah, surprisingly, I didn't hate it. Threw me for a loop. People getting into character was different.
Mm-hmm.
Very awkward in the beginning, but once you settled, it was like, this is actually, I can see why it's so big. I can see why people are kind of into it. So
100%.
I'm looking forward to continuing it, and I'll continue giving you guys updates.
Yeah, every week. Give us an update on like how your
I wanna know
dragon
what your
dungeon
character's up
barbarian,
to.
how Diabolical did.
What he benches?
Well, it's Diabolical, not Diabolical.
Diabolical.
But,
Can you speak on the origins of that name?
Yes.
Yeah, so he's a dragonborn barbarian. I just felt like it fit, He's, pretty much made in the lab. A lot of anabolics in his life.
He's a dragon and barbarian that's made in a lab?
Pretty much.
They got labs back then?
I mean, yeah, kind of Frankenstein-esque.
Yeah,
Just
they're
a bunch
getting
of things
medieval
put
with it.
together,
All right.
But
love
yeah,
it.
I know we're gonna try to get together every week, but obviously getting a group of guys together to commit for a few hours might be tough.
Yeah, we know. Last week you didn't show up here.
Yeah,
We need viewer art of Diabolical.
family vacation.
I wanna see what he looks like.
We need to see a picture. Shannon, could we commission you to do a picture of Diabolical, Steve's Dungeons and Dragons barbarian dragon character?
Oh, jeez.
But while we're doing that, guys, let's just go right into it. So we're going to do our top 5 list. Top 5 movie theater concessions. Now, listen, you guys can't cheat. You can't have anything from like a movie tavern or anything like that. It's kind of like what Regal and AMC are selling.
Yeah, no restaurants in the movie theater crap. We're not talking chicken Alfredo.
Exactly
Yeah,
right.
that's not like no one wants to do that anyway, right? Like,
Also, who's ordering movie Alfredo? Who are these people?
I don't want someone like a waiter coming in while I'm watching a movie.
Yeah.
So listen, first round pick of the 2025 concession movie theater draft. Derek?
I'm going cookie dough bites.
Ooh. I didn't think that was going to get mentioned, but they are
I love
a sweet treat.
They're delicious, man. They're easy to get into. There's a good chance I'm going to take them out before the previews are done.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to tell myself I'm going to have a couple
Yeah.
and enjoy these previews.
Mm-hmm.
But we all know deep down what's going to happen. I'm going to be covered in cookie dough bite, being a little piggy sitting in my chair, ashamed of myself. But it's the best way to start off. I love it.
Now, do you go into a movie altered?
At times, yeah. Depends on the movie or who I'm going with.
Okay.
You know?
Steve, second pick or first round, second pick. What do you got?
My first, my go-to, pretzels and cheese, dude. You can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Solid.
That's my number one every time. No, that's every time I go to a movie, no matter what, that is coming with me. All the time.
It's a must.
It's not real cheese, but it's delicious, whatever it is.
It's from a can.
It's probably not
That's
even
all we
real
know.
pretzels,
Yeah.
but it does the trick.
Yeah. You're not going to a movie theater looking for a 5-star
No.
meal. You're looking for trash.
Yeah.
You know?
That's cheat day. It's time to pig out. Let's enjoy the movie, you know?
Yeah. Let's see. Shannon said peanut M&Ms, Twizzlers, Snow Caps, Juji Fruits, buttered popcorn.
Juji Fruits.
Not a bad selection there. Cookie dough bites, bold choice from Phil Rathowski. Actually, they're really good, man. We have brownies, protein brownies, sold exclusively at Philly Gaines, Westchester Gaines, and D-Town Gaines that are cookie dough bites flavored.
Yeah, didn't we do a review on that?
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
We should.
No, yeah.
Should.
We should.
Bring him on.
Steve is small, wrote Steve is a fruit. Terry, do you have a pick?
I certainly do. I am going to come in with an American classic, the Starburst. I think the large Starburst packaged is a draft pick. We'll see if there's another type of Starburst that makes this list count.
Dude, if anyone was looking at our Instagram, someone mentioned the one you're talking about. Starburst is like a big contender, but personally, I don't like it because you have to unwrap each one.
Right.
Now, the
Getting in the way.
variant you're discussing, you might not have to.
It's true. They might have improved the formula to actually make it better for the movie-going experience. But hey, I'm just the producer.
Listen, so I'll go last, and I'm gonna say Milk Duds. Now, listen, this thing goes back
Okay.
to my father. My dad was a big Milk Dud guy, got me involved in it. There's Milk Duds for several reasons. First of all, I like the chocolate caramel blend. Second reason, it takes forever to get through the box.
Smacking.
Takes forever to get through one, dude. You're just sitting there.
Well, if I'm in a movie theater for
That's
2
your
hours,
first
I'm
round
sitting
pick?
there
Do
off
I have
it.
to hear you smacking your lips the whole time, though? I hope
Yeah,
not.
dude,
No.
you are a fucking milk dud. You know that? You're just a dud.
I can't wait. I know what's
Yeah.
on your list, buddy.
That's your number one
It's
pick.
not my number one overall. I have a number one overall.
That was your
I'll
no-
take that. No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have portrayed
fuck
it
are
like
we
that.
doing?
It's not first overall pick. Milk
You
Duds.
just said-
Milk Duds are a delicious treat. Just don't let them fall in your lap in a dark room because then it looks like you shit your pants. I
Harold,
might know what I talked.
First round pick. That's what you're going with.
It's not.
We just did our first picks. Did we not, Derek?
It's not like a no
I
because
don't think we're going in order.
yeah.
Are we?
Wait,
I thought we were the way he was talking about
No,
it.
we should end
the
on
way
our
I phrased
favorite.
it came off of that way,
Okay.
but it doesn't matter.
Cookie dough's not my number one overall.
All
Cookie
right,
dough,
okay,
we'll
okay.
say is my number 5 at the bottom.
Yeah, dude, you're not going to yell at him for that.
I don't.
Your candy selection is sauce anyway.
It was coming.
Phil said, "Give me the Junior Mints and Snow Caps, baby." Shannon said, "Sugar baby. Sugar babies are great." Derek,
Back to me.
yes.
Oh, baby.
King of the sugar babies himself.
Oh, hello.
Thank you, Phil.
I'm going to go with, I don't know if every movie theater had this because I don't see it around a lot, but the one I went to growing up had like this cheddar cheese powder you could put on top of your popcorn.
Yeah.
That's my next pick.
Yeah.
That powder.
Just the powder.
Just
Just
for
the
the
powder.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Like it takes the popcorn and just elevates it so much. It's so good. Some butter on there, some cheddar cheese
But
powder.
when we count that, that's like
Does
a
that count?
topping.
Dude, I don't think there's rules to this game anymore.
But
I
like,
think
if
rules are-
popcorn's on your list,
I'll say popcorn, but that's how I want it dressed.
No, well, here, I'll say this. Popcorn is just a delivery device for whatever flavor system you're adding to it. Popcorn on its own has no flavor.
it
If
does.
you're putting butter on it and salt, you're tasting butter and salt. If you're putting his seasonings on it, you're getting that seasoning.
Yeah, but I like butter and salt. I would not put that seasoning on it.
Well, just because it's not your list.
You know, I know, but just to argue what you just said, like,
Yeah.
I like the taste of just regular popcorn with butter and
Yeah, because you're fucking weird.
all right, milk
Other people's
dud,
gonna be like that
fucking
too.
milk dud.
I don't know.
dude.
Sorry
Yeah.
to be weird.
It's not weird.
No, it's not weird. I
I'm
just
happy
didn't
to
know,
say just popcorn and that's how I like it. But,
Yeah, I was
you
gonna
know,
say, like, are we gonna count that as because that's like a topping? I mean, if
I
he
think
wants
we
to,
could do the topping because I was going to do.
I feel like he could do one more. Like I don't want him to waste a $5 on like a topping. Is all I'm saying.
It's Derek's list. Let him have it.
I'm happy
Okay,
with it on
all
there.
right. He's happy with counting it. Okay. I just wanted to make it
I
clear.
accept my fate. I'll take it, but I appreciate you.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Professional. What's your number 2?
I would have to say, if the cheese bites are every time, probably popcorn.
Yeah.
Just the classic popcorn.
Is that why you fought so hard for Derek not to choose it because it was your choice?
No, because if someone says the same
'cause
thing
he's a
I have on
reasonable
my
man.
list, I'm going to say it.
Do you guys like any of the flavored popcorn options, like a caramel popcorn?
I'm just a
Kernels.
Jane, man. I just like the old school. Let's just get salty, because then we're about to fuck it up, dude.
salty
'Cause then we're-
buttered up.
Let's get salty.
Yeah.
Let's get
Let's get salty, buttered
right?
up, and go sit
Because
in a
we're
dark
gonna
room
come
together.
in heavy on the sweet treats,
Yeah.
right? Because you got to like balance it.
You need a savory and a sweet.
Exactly. So
We're
I
seeing a lot of Steve fan art in the future. You got the
So-
best things.
so
Get salty.
I'm going to overload on the salt and carbs, and then I'm going to come in with the sweets at the end.
Yeah,
Right?
that's exactly right.
Because I'm opposite of Derek, right? I
was
don't blow
praying
my
that he was
load
gonna
with the
say
sweet
in.
treats during the previews.
Okay.
Okay.
Right? I have my main course, so that way when the movie hits, I'm ready to crack open a sweet treat.
I've broken
on.
bread with him in the theater, and he has the same ideals as I do. So sometimes I'll do nachos and I'll do pretzels, and
Extra
then I'll
salty
have
boy.
3 to 4 things of candy, individual bags.
3 to
Dude,
4.
last time we
Yeah.
were at the movies,
aggressive.
he did that. His pants were falling down because he had so much fucking candy. It was fucking,
That's a lot of candy,
dude, he was
bro.
doing the whole like walking all wide so his pants wouldn't fall
I usually
down,
get like
dude.
one thing, maybe 2.
Balancing all this stuff in his hand and just fat bitch.
Anything you say, Steve, will be in this D&D character. I'm keeping tabs. I love that.
And Mr. Milk Duds, fun fact, Milk Duds were the failed effort of the confectioner to make a round chocolate-covered caramel. Love that. Followed by, I'm assuming that's Zach to say, Swedish Fish.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, good one, Zach. And
Terry-
I'm the fruit, you fucking loser.
Terry, what do you
Swedish
got?
Fish,
Terry,
dude.
what do you
Come
got?
on, that's not even a top. That's not even a tier 2.
All right,
Nerd.
so I'm gonna come.
Swedish Fish.
I'm gonna mix this up a little bit, and I'm gonna choose a CVS candy that I would stop at CVS and grab before. I don't know if I'm breaking the rules, but this
Breaking the rules.
But this.
In the lobby only, Terry.
So.
What are you,
Have you
75
ever
years old?
had?
What is that? Drugs
you
and
ever had one of
aluminum
these?
foil?
No,
So these are reasons, and this goes
I'm
right.
not 75 years old. What
it
the
goes-
fuck is that, Terry?
This is in your grandma's purse.
Yeah,
Look,
dude.
man.
You getting those Andy mint chocolates too, pal?
Yes.
What the fuck?
This is a game changer that you all should try.
Game changer.
It's in the same vein as the Milk Dud in that you cannot get through this bag in a single sitting. Like it's an hour and a half chocolatey, caramelly journey. And it is one of my favorite things. If you haven't done it, I highly recommend it.
Where does it stack up next to the Milk Dud?
I think it's superior, but if you have bad teeth, this thing will rip your molars out.
What about Milky Way?
Superior to the Milky Way.
That's why old people eat it, dude.
Think of
'cause they
this
just gum
in-
it up.
Bold taste.
Yeah.
Think of this in terms of like, this would be almost the equivalent of walking into a movie theater with your own chocolate hearts, assorted chocolates. You know what I'm talking about? You get the big heart and you walk in with one of those, which I should do more often at a movie theater. Just walk in because they're just going to think you're pathetic and not say, hey, you can't walk in with that if you walk in alone to a movie theater with a heart-shaped chocolate box.
I'm not going to lie, Terry. If I'm in the car with you and you're like, hey, I'm stopping at CVS to grab some snacks, and you come out with the bag of that, I'm pissed. I'm pissed. We're missing previews
Angela
for
Baker, aka Derek's lovely wife. Terry, I'm with you. First candy I had after I got my braces off. Laugh out loud. I will go to my pick now, if that's okay.
Yeah, go for it.
My pick is something that was newly introduced to me. Shout out to the Palooza household for the introduction to this wonderful cluster of candy. Nerds Clusters
Hell yeah.
is an absolute 5-tool athlete, future Hall of Fame nomination candy. And I have the insider tip that they're introducing in November a gummy version, like more gummy. I got something.
I think you shared it with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's
Wow.
But these things, phenomenal candy. It has nerds and clusters of them. You know what I mean?
Clusters of nerds.
It's
I'm
just a
telling you
cut out
guys,
nerd
listen,
rope.
it's hard to explain. It's just very sweet, a little sour, and it's a good chew. It's something like, all right, you had your popcorn, you ate your Milk Duds, and now you want something to just,
That's how I
get you
imagine
through the
John
rest of the
leaves
movie.
the movie theater.
That's how I left last week, except it was Milk Duds and it was on my pants. Steve Small said that room is a nerd cluster.
He's not wrong.
All right. So Derek, back
Got
to
us.
you. Round 3, brother.
Oh no, I have beef with Steve now. Or not Steve, whoever Steve is small. Who are you? Is that Zach kid?
Yeah, that's Zach,
Yeah.
dude.
All right.
He's a nobody. Don't
Damn
worry
it.
about him.
Kid's a sniper.
Got me. Strays over here. All right. I'm going to go with Whoppers.
I'm not with you.
You never had a Whopper?
I mean, it's your pick, man, but I'm just.
You don't like 'em?
I don't like them.
It's a better Milk Dud.
No, it's not.
It's way better than Milk Duds.
No, it's not.
Whoppers are the best. They come in a milk carton, so they're easily accessible. You're not making a lot of noise while you're eating them, and you get just all this chocolate in a perfect crunch while you're eating it. It's the best.
Mm-mm.
It's efficient. Or if you want to go full fucking hog, you can open that gallon of milk up and just pour them back. Look at those.
That's terrible.
It's the original malted milk ball.
Steve, how would you rate that pick?
Derek, your team's not shaping out. You are missing.
What the fuck?
You're missing.
Whoppers
Shannon,
are
all that-
amazing.
Like a mothball, Shannon.
Like a
you ain't wrong.
mothball.
Anything that has malted in the name, I'm not into that.
Oh, man.
The original malted milk.
I can't
balls.
believe it. I thought this was going to be like a banger. I was like,
No.
The boys are gonna love this.
No, come on.
Wow.
Steve,
No, that's
No
bring it
one's in
back.
my defense.
That's not even
the chat.
I don't even think that even
No.
touches
Oh,
like a
man.
tier 3. I mean, it's not even on the
Wow.
radar.
No.
Wow.
It's not even like special consideration. Zach wrote they're good.
Of course.
Of course you did. You
All right,
fucking
Zach, we're
ass.
back, baby.
Yeah. No, dude,
Welcome
you know
back.
this is like
We're
the
friends
Whopper
again.
candy, not the Whopper from Burger King. You fat little nerd.
That also needs to be said because my wife who's watching, I see you. You sneak in Wawa hoagies in your sweatpants. I see. The best part is I went in one time a little altered from a special snack
Yeah.
watching. I think it was Infinity War.
Oh.
She brought in, I don't know, infinity amount of candies in her pockets, like the fun size Halloween
Yeah.
candies. And she just kept handing them to me. And I'm just out of my mind, was like, for like half an hour. Like, how do you keep doing this?
It's magic.
It was best. It was the best.
All right,
All right,
Steve-O.
whatever. Next.
What do you got, buddy?
Haters.
So
Hate it here.
at this point, right, if I'm in a chocolate mood,
Yeah.
I'm going peanut butter. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, the peanut butter M&Ms.
God fucking damn it.
Peanut butter M&Ms. If
A
I'm
good
in a
one.
chocolate mood, I'm going that.
It's a good one.
Okay. That's it?
I mean, am I giving you 2? I don't want to give you 2.
No, you just elaborate more on why you like it. Chris Paluzzi wrote a penis.
I think they don't serve eggplant at the movie theater, Chris Paluzzi.
Yeah.
Terry,
Well,
Terry,
because
what?
it's best of both worlds. I'm not a big Reese's guy. I don't like that combination.
Yeah.
Like the Reese's
Okay.
Pieces
Yeah.
doesn't do it for me. Where the M&M, if
You
they
like a
sold the
little bit of chocolate
caramel-filled
with 'em?
M&Ms, I'd
Yo.
probably go, yeah.
Terry, if I
Yo,
could,
those
But they
are
don't.
amazing.
I know.
Terry,
and I
this
would
is-
do that, so I go
Absolutely.
peanut butter
this
because
is
That
this is
should
one
be
of
at the
my
movies,
this is,
goddammit.
this is one of my things. So like Steve, Terry, if you would let me take my pick ahead of you, please. This is one of my picks, and let me tell you something. It's pretty close to a Reese's Pieces.
So pick it then. You can pick the same.
You know why? A Reese's Pieces is something that should never exist. The Reese's peanut butter cup is the perfect candy. It's the shark
I could-
of the candy world. It's never had to evolve because it's already perfect. You put that son of a bitch in the freezer, then when it's frozen, you eat around the sides, and then you toss the rest in your mouth. You enjoy yourself. When you have a Reese's Pieces, it's like you're trying to get the flavor of a Reese's peanut butter cup, but it's not as good. It's just a bastardization of a perfect thing. Now the M&M peanut butter, the peanut butter M&M, wonderful.
Great.
It melts
But-
very like at a good rate. It's not overly tough. It's very like it softens. I'm with you on this.
But I don't like how you said about the Reese's peanut butter cup.
Yeah,
That's the most overrated candy.
you're the most overrated.
Whoa.
Candy. Terry, what do
no
you got?
way.
All right, I'm
Come
gonna
back to
come.
it.
I'm gonna come in hot on this one because the peanut butter M&M is superior to the Reese's Pieces. There is no such thing as a PC, a Reese PC.
You're right.
It is a
I'm
Reese's
wrong.
Pieces.
Mm.
Does anyone else say Reese PC though?
I say Reese Pieces.
I did growing
Reese
up for
Pieces.
sure.
Yeah.
They
Well,
tried-
I can read.
It was a failed marketing campaign to
so
fix
I know it says
the name
Reese's
Reese's.
Pieces.
But the fact is, there is more peanut butter and chocolate in each individual peanut butter M&M than there is in a Reese's Pieces.
The
Yeah, but
M&M
like how many are you getting in a bag? Are they equal to the same amount in a fun size?
Well, let's be clear. It doesn't matter the size of the peanut butter M&M bag. It could be this giant monstrosity, 38 ounces or 4 ounces. I'm eating all of them
Yeah.
in one
It's
sitting.
the perfect
You can't stop.
measure. It's like the perfect like portions of both chocolate and peanut butter.
I'm not
Every
disagreeing with it
time.
at all. This is actually
They cracked the code.
They
this
did.
is great that we're talking about this because
Would you take this
I don't
over
think
the peanut
anyone
butter
thought that we would
No.
stop and talk and
No.
celebrate this candy like we are.
agree.
I would go
Not
on
since
record.
the Whopper.
I'm
have
going
we all
on
agreed
record.
that one thing was one way.
I'm going on record. I would take that over the Reese's cup.
Why am I catching
Not over
strays
a
today?
Reese's cup.
I would take
This
that
is
over
not
Reese's
over
cup.
a frozen Reese's cup. No way, dude.
Oh, yeah, you're mixing it up. However, have you guys experimented with the other newer M&M flavors? For example, M&M caramel.
Yes.
That's what we were just saying.
Yeah.
Those
It's-
are bangers.
If
M&M's
they
got
sold
it.
them in the movies, I
caramel-
would probably go that route over this.
I would agree
I'd be
with that as
torn.
well. I would
If it
agree
come
with that
down
as well.
I believe there is now
that
a
whole
dark
bag's going down
chocolate
if you open
caramel.
that up in front of me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's so good.
Honestly, let's just go puff it right now.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's good in here.
Derek, I gave you a special snack. We can take that before.
Actually, if one of the people at home wants to send any candy to the studio, we're
if
at
anyone
Young
wants to bring
Junk.
us candy, or if you guys have any
Quick, Terry,
suggestions.
flash the address up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll leave it up the whole time.
All
So
right.
then,
So
Terry,
Send
is this your
candy to.
pick as well?
That was absolutely on my list, but it's not my pick. To me, that might have been the greatest one. That might be my king.
yeah.
But I submit to you
Okay.
my queen, which is not
Oh,
Yeah, wow.
which is
that was.
the Sour Skittle. This specific Sour Skittle is the movie theater Sour Skittle. It comes in this pouch. It's just enough for you to have to stop because your mouth hurts as you're eating them. Your tongue has swollen up, and you can actually take a break with this pouch. Funny fact, I worked at a movie theater as my first job when I was 16, and these Sour Skittles and Skittles would come if you were able to sell a large popcorn, 2 medium sodas, you would get this in for free. A lot of folks I would sell into this, and I would know they were not big Skittles people. And I would know there's a outside chance they would leave an unopened full bag of Sour Skittles in that theater, which I would grab after cleaning the theater almost every Friday and Saturday for 2
Sneaky,
years.
sneaky Terry. Young Terry.
Trash panda.
Candy,
Yeah, right.
candy picker.
There's a raccoon in there.
Yeah, he's going
Am I
through
the only
those
sour-
aisles. Oh, you want me to clean that theater?
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah, I'll clean it up.
Am I the only Sour Skittle guy?
I
not at
enjoy
all.
it.
I enjoy them.
Yeah.
They're not on my list, but they're good.
A quick rundown before we go back to Derek. Chris Paluzzi. No, we did that. Milk toast, peanut butter, M&Ms over Reese's Pieces. What kind of savages are you? We're the right kind, Mr. Milk Toast. He said we can thank ET for the popularity of Reese's Pieces. Jacqueline Paluzzi, thank you for watching Clark. Nerds Clusters, Raisinets, just joined. My sister said Reese's Cups rule. You're not wrong. Chris Paluzzi, Sour Patch Watermelon. Chris, that would be an option that I would absolutely choose. Shannon, Mike and Ike Originals. Absolutely. Derek, that said, what do you got?
All right.
Fourth pick?
Fourth pick. All right.
Zach. Zach knows I was raging about Steve.
All
What do you got,
right.
Derek?
I'm going to be a little bit off the beaten path with this one again, but hear me
No
out.
surprise here. I mean, no
Whatever, dude.
surprise here tonight, Derek. Jeez.
Cherry soda. A giant fucking cup of cherry soda. I prefer wild cherry. Some places do cherry Coke. But when I was growing up, you couldn't get wild cherry soda anywhere else but the movie theater. My parents wouldn't buy it. It wasn't just like on any of the vending
Does it-
machines or anywhere. I grew up in the middle of nowhere. But if you went to the movie theater, I could get the big ass thing of cherry soda. My parents would let me get after it that one night, and it was awesome. Then I'd pair that up with that cheddar popcorn I was talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Heaven. Salty, sweet.
Does it matter if it's
Perfect.
cherry Coke or cherry Pepsi to you?
I very much prefer wild cherry Pepsi over cherry Coke.
It might be your best pick. It might be your best pick. Late, but that might be your best pick.
Steve, speaking of picks, what's yours?
So
You're damn
this is
right,
a
Chris
tier
Paluzzi.
one. I mean, it delivers every time.
I know
It delivers every time. It never leaves you hanging. You're never disappointed.
No, it's not.
I go with a pack of Twizzlers.
Oh, bum, bum, bum.
Not the red vines. Not those little, like the old regular
Yeah,
long
look up
Twizzlers.
the
Now,
most
Twizzler
boring
bites,
Twizzler.
shit. Just the old
The
old
pull and
school.
peels. Shout out to the pull and peels.
No.
Twizzlers
Oh.
has some good spin-offs.
No.
Yeah.
Just the regular,
The filled ones?
was it cherry
Yeah.
Sour.
Twizzler?
Oh,
They're really
Boom.
good. Yeah, that is the worst pick. You know why Twizzlers always delivers? Because no one expects anything good out of it. They're
Bullshit.
trash.
They're so good. So good. It's like
Zach wrote long Twizzlers, filled
Filled
ones.
I mean, I don't. Okay, Zach.
If Twizzlers aren't made out of plastic, I'd be surprised.
We're all full of microplastics now. Come
They're
on.
terrible. There's no real flavor to them. No real flavor.
It's almost like the pretzel or the chip of candies. Like it's one of those things that you're just eating, and the next thing you know, they're gone.
Chris
You
Paluzzi.
just can't fill up on them.
Serial killer snack.
All right, eggplant, good one.
Terry, do you have another one?
Gross.
Help Steve out here.
Twizzlers, you guys are really disappointed with
It's
that.
terrible. That's
Really?
like the communion wafer of
You're
fucking
telling me
candy.
that's worse than Whoppers? Are you fucking kidding?
It might be. Whoppers has
definitely
more
worse than
flavor.
Whoppers.
Raisinets.
It's worse than Whoppers
Raisinets?
for
You
sure.
You need to literally show the guy at the counter your AARP card in order to get a pack of that. And you're telling me that's more superior?
Yeah. Than
Get the
Twizzlers?
No.
Why are you just went on a tangent and were screaming, and then all of a sudden you stop when you were going to say the curse? You've been cursing the whole time.
I don't know. Sometimes, I don't want to overdo it. Save it.
All right.
Because you're getting me warmed up. I'm sweating. You're getting me hot,
Yeah.
right? So
Then
I'm
why
gonna
don't
explode.
I suggest you cool off with an icy, the ultimate movie theater
the
treat?
icy. Now,
This is absolutely up there, but I don't think you can get them anymore. I don't remember. But I do
I think
remember.
AMC still has them.
I do remember when I worked at a movie theater.
Yeah, but they probably just have it. It's like McDonald's McFlurries. The machine's always busted.
I think that's a
When was the
terrible
last time you
choice.
saw one?
I hate icy. I don't like them.
Now you're just
Hang
you're
on,
just
close
terrible.
up of
You're just-
Derek.
you're
I
just
don't like
hating.
them.
Explain yourself.
I don't think they're any good.
This camera.
I just want watered down chipped ice. Cool, dude. It's good for the first couple sips. They don't put enough flavoring in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm carrying around a cold burden the rest of the day while it's just melting in my freaking hand, sweating all over me, and I'm sticky from the syrup that's on it. I don't want that.
Why are you so sweaty?
I'm pissed off. I hate it.
Watching Cops?
I hate it. Cops isn't on until 4.
I mean, I just can't.
I don't
Derek,
like them.
You've let me down.
Wow, Jacqueline
You've let me
Paluzzi.
down.
I would rather have a milkshake or a soda, but I don't want this half-assed atrocity. In my
What
hands.
about the?
You're telling me it doesn't
root beer
pair well with
flavored
those
icy?
dusty Whoppers you're eating?
Not at all.
Oh my God.
That's what the cherry Cokes for, or the cherry Pepsi.
Jacqueline Paluzzi, bite the ends off of Twizzlers and use it as a straw. I didn't know that was
Yeah,
real.
if you do that and put it in a Coors Light and sip it, it's a pretty good time.
Wow.
Again,
I've heard.
the studio's at 4100 Main Street, Philadelphia, PA 19127.
Yeah, send all your Twizzlers. Steve, what's your home address?
Shut up, dude.
Alright, so, all right, so I'll just go off. Listen, a lot of the things that I was going to say were taken, but Chris Paluzzi with the watermelon sour patch is at least like a high second, low one pick. It's so good. You're getting the perfect sweet and sour combination. It's all ending off the flavor with a delicious watermelon taste.
Watermelon.
Basically, they took all of the Sour Patches has multiple flavors. They just took the one good one and made it into a complete product, its own product. I would say 4 out of 5 bicep flexes on this one. No thoughts.
I give it a 3.5. I mean, it's
I was just
definitely
thinking
good
about how much
candy.
I like it.
It's a good candy. So if I want something sour, I'm torn between that or the Skittle. If I want to fuck my mouth up, but I just know like the Skittle's going to deliver.
Would you say you like these more than Warheads in terms of sour candies?
No.
100%.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm looking for sour, no, because they're not sour.
Yeah.
I wish they were more sour.
What aren't sour? They're 100%. There is some sour there. It's actually
No,
the company is
it's
called
not-
Sour Patch.
I hear you, but it's not going to like get you to squint.
You put enough in there.
The sour Skittles are way more sour.
Put enough in
than
there. You're
those.
squinting,
We'll
brother.
squint.
No, you're not.
Yeah,
Put enough in.
we'll try.
It's a lot.
Dude, that's like you ordering hot wings and your mouth is on fire because they're so hot.
What
That's
about
mild.
that? Am I
That's
getting?
mild sour.
It could still. Well, you eat enough wings.
No,
It'll be hot.
no.
All right, where'd we live? Derek,
right.
your fourth pick?
The sour
My
Skittles
fifth
more
pick, I
Fifth
sour.
think.
pick.
I think this is my 5th pick. Likewise, a lot of mine were taken too.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna dig in on this one. I got 2 in my head. I think one might be another Whopper situation if I say it.
Yeah. I'm sure they both are. I mean,
Whatever, dude.
Your best pick is a cherry soda.
I can go suck on a Twizzler, brother. All right,
Yeah. Eating a mouthful of dusty Whoppers, dude.
dude. Your favorite snack is fucking phallic, dude. I don't know what.
It's a penis.
Oh God.
You have a topping as your favorite snack.
He's got
Like you say your wife
Whatever,
comes in
dude.
with like snacks from the outside, you could probably come in with seasonings.
You know,
Yeah.
I would. It's delicious. All right, I would, and I would share it with you if you were nicer to me. But All right. Oh man, I'm gonna go with Reese's Pieces. No, I'm kidding. I'm not. I'll go with. Oh, this is tough. I'm going with Snow Caps.
Oh my God, it's the worst. It's the worst.
I love Snow Caps.
It's getting progressively
They're
worse.
so good.
Steve, what do you think
You're just
about
not even
the
going to talk
Snow
about
Cap?
the
No,
Snow
no, no.
Cap?
I'm with you. I'm a huge fan of snow caps.
How dare you?
Which actually, I prefer their cousin, the nonpareil, which is super snow caps. They're much bigger, and the original
Terry,
one.
you got some bougie candy options, man.
My family's from a place. No. But
whatever,
no,
guys.
not
Snow caps are
non-parels
amazing.
and snow caps. I do love. I think though. Question, Derek, do you love them out of nostalgia because they were one of the first movie theater candies you had, or do you actually love them?
Both. It's something that we would get at the movie theater. My dad loved them, so it'd be a big deal. He would get like a bunch of them and then share them with us, which was cool because it was his favorite. And then I just really like the milk chocolate a lot. I like the crunch that you get. And I think if you don't hurry through it too, it also like
What are these?
it's just delicious. You can take your time with it. Oh, that's what's
Derek,
that
I don't
called?
hate your pick. I don't hate it. I wouldn't do it. I would hope that someone else in the crew would get it, and I'd be like, yo, let me get one or two of them.
Fair enough.
Solid.
Fair enough.
But I don't hate it.
Okay. I'll take
I
it.
kind of see what you're going for there.
You want to hear my other last one just in case? Maybe
Yeah,
you'll
let's
feel
hear
better.
that. Yeah.
Nestle Crunch Bites.
That's a very good pick. It's an underrated candy, Derek.
I would
Talk
take that
about it.
over the Whopper for sure.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure which way I was going to go with this last pick, but that was
You
the
picked-
other one.
In my eyes, you picked the best out of the two.
What is
Or
a
the better
crunch
of the two.
bite? Are we talking about bunch of crunch?
Bunch of Crunch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're very good.
Bunch of Crunch.
Anything that's like rolled up into a ball of like all of its best stuff.
My only
is
problem with
phenomenal.
Bunch of Crunch compared to the cookie dough bite is the Bunch of Crunch will melt in your hand so fast. Like you got to go box.
You go
somehow.
box with all candy. You never put the chocolate from the movie theater in your hand.
I'm just saying, you set it in and go take a bite. Oh, something interesting happened. My ADHD is now on screen. I'm like, oh shit, I've been holding this for 30 seconds. Now I got
It's valid.
doo-doo hands.
It's valid. Doo-doo hands. Steve, what gives you doo-doo hands?
So Derek said it. I am a fan of those cookie dough bites,
Mm-hmm.
but they discontinued what I normally would go to,
Mm-hmm.
the lemon heads.
Mm.
Lemon heads. That's
The
a classic
lemon
one.
heads.
You're like a sour guy, huh?
I do. So that's why it's like, depends on what kind of mood I'm in. If I'm going to go chocolate or if I'm going to go sour.
You
Interesting.
like the lemon drops, like the cry babies in those?
I did.
Yeah, those are good.
Oh, I forgot about crybabies.
Yeah. Lemon heads are good,
Crybaby,
man.
but here's the thing about crybabies: they're super sour for a couple. I don't like after it's not sour anymore. Like it's too sweet
Yeah.
and it's like weird. That sour is awesome for the first, I don't know, what is it, 20 seconds or
You're
whatever
right.
it is.
And I don't like the
after
bite.
that, like yeah, and
doesn't
after that, it's like I
soften
want
up.
to spit it out,
Yeah.
wait, and then yeah, ain't swallowing them.
Mr. Milquetoast, no goobers? No,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
Yeah.
Milk Dylan,
No.
milk duds to ruin my teeth. Yes. But they're great while it's happening. Terry, what do you got? Final
Okay,
one?
this is the big one for me. This is a newer pick because this is an improvement on the legend. We are talking about Starburst
Yeah.
Minis.
100%.
This might be the best movie theater candy going right now.
You can make an argument.
It is
Yeah.
enjoyable.
Better than a Whopper? I think not.
Oh, God.
No way.
They're enjoyable to snack on. They come in a resealable bag, and they eliminated the worst part of the Starburst, the unwrapping.
Yeah.
And they nailed it. They took the flavor, they took the same amount of flavor, and they squished it down in a little bite size. This is my favorite movie theater candy going right now. And they do make a sour version, which is also excellent. So if I'm going to a movie now, I've got one of these and I've got one of the sour ones, and I'm going in.
So you're telling me, Terry, you're taking this over the clusters? You just said this is the
yeah.
best out right now.
I think these are superior to the cluster.
Guys in the chat,
Wow.
Starburst Minis or the Nerds Clusters?
Yeah.
What do you got?
Now, they're both excellent, but when I think of going to the movies, I think of, I want to have something fruity, something sour, something chocolate. So actually, really, you know what the secret would be, guys? You take the Nerds cluster as your fruity. Mm-hmm. Then you take sour Starburst minis in, and you go in with a pack of peanut butter M&Ms. That is how I want to watch a movie. I'm going to wash it down with an icy.
You know what you could do? You could put those M&Ms into the popcorn.
That's where my mind was going.
And
the
enjoy
clusters
that.
could stick in with that popcorn real
Yeah,
fun
but you
too.
guys got like extracurriculars going on, so your mind wanders and get creative like that. Like
Everyone does it.
It's an obese
everyone
nation,
having
Steve.
fun or meeting in the parking lot before the movie.
Oh, all right. You think you're better than us now?
I mean, I don't, but like that's like it's like the cheat code. That's like the ultimate cheat
I don't
code.
need to cheat to be a fat ass, Steve.
No, I don't either. I just
Let me tell you something, brother.
So yeah, my last pick was definitely
any
the
help.
peanut M&Ms, and the reason why I like a peanut M&M,
Peanut
Peanut
M&M.
Yeah.
Dude.
Classic
Okay, boomer.
peanut.
it's almost a palate cleanser. Almost a palate cleanser. Now when
It
I'm
leaves shrapnel in your teeth and your gums.
now
taking the
I just took down a box of Milk Duds, right? And I don't want to go to the clusters yet. I want something in between though,
You want
and I
something
want it
nutty.
to hold me over.
You want something nutty.
Real
Yeah,
Nutty in
and
your
I'm
mouth.
and I'm there by
Just-
myself.
Now,
hard and
There by
nutty.
myself.
licking your fingers
Yeah.
after because you probably got some chocolate residue, right? And all the nuttiness in your mouth.
Doesn't this look like
Yeah,
John?
Yeah. Right?
Guy in the back looks like Steve.
That's what I was going to say. That looks like John and Steve
Yeah,
going
that's
to the
John in the
movies.
front, though, all fucking nutted out.
Thanks, man.
Dude,
I just think
loser.
that this is a sleeper candy. You freeze it,
Sleeper
it lasts a
candy.
little bit
Don't
longer than the regular
freeze it.
M&M. It's a larger
Sleeper
thing. You're getting
candy?
more money for
I
your
think it's
buck.
become irrelevant in the face of peanut butter M&Ms.
Dude, the
Oh.
Twizzler shits on this.
I don't.
Oh, get out.
No.
If
Go
it's between this or the Twizzler. You're going this
Yeah.
over the Twizzler?
10 out of 10 times.
Derek?
I'm still taking this over Twizzler. Dog.
Yes, Derek's back.
No
sorry.
way. This was us. This was our. We were about to,
No, man,
Jesus,
I have to be true to
dude.
myself.
Peanut M&M.
Fuck.
Fucking
Twizzlers. All right, guys. So
Tier 1. Tier 1.
before we
Oh,
keep going on with the show, if you guys can do us a favor and like this, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Helps us out big time. Keep the chat going. We'll keep it going with you guys. And if you're watching this later, please comment below what your favorite candy is in the movie theater, and we'll definitely engage with you guys. So let's get into the actual movie stuff. So, Derek,
Yeah, buddy.
you like scary movies?
I do.
Do you like classic monsters?
I do.
Do you like Guillermo del Toro?
I sure do.
All right, well, listen. Lost my spot. Guillermo del Toro's highly anticipated adaptation of Frankenstein is set to premiere on Netflix in November 2025. The film features Oscar Isaac as Victor Frankenstein and Jacob Elordi as the creature, with a supporting cast that includes Mia Goth and Christoph Waltz. A teaser trailer was unveiled during Netflix Tudum 2025 event, offering a glimpse into del Toro's gothic and emotionally charged vision of Mary Shelley's classic novel. Steve, when you watched this, what did you think?
I mean, I thought it looked good. I liked the darkness of it. Not a big like horror movie guy, but
Yeah.
this is definitely looks interesting. I think this one's going to be pretty good.
It does. Please
Now,
say
do you like it? Because I know you
Guillermo.
don't
I
like
can't
dark
pronounce it.
movies.
I've been thinking about telling you how to say it, but I've been having a good time.
Help me out.
I don't know if I'm going to.
No, you just rock out.
Chris, should I
Gil-
teach him how to say it? or should-
Guillermo.
Yeah. Is this movie too dark for you?
Can we put a poll in the chat? Should we
Guillermo.
teach John how to say it?
I don't like Del Toro movies, except Blade 2. I'll take that back.
Ow.
Really?
My heart just broke.
Oh, that's I like Hellboy. What? Go ahead, Derek.
Dude, Get it together,
yeah,
Dan.
Look at you, dude.
oh man. I'm not saying his first name because I don't want you to know. Del Toro.
Guillermo.
Is it Elmo? Elmo Del Toro? You're saying?
Jesus, dude, we can't bring you anywhere.
Yeah.
Mr. Toro, I think, makes great movies.
Guillermo.
There you
There
go.
you go.
Oh, thanks, Chris Paluzzi.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks, Dad.
Guillermo.
Also, guys, we are not playing any of these videos this time. So that's why it's just a still image, if you're curious.
Anyway, Guillermo del Toro, one of my favorite directors. I like his stuff. I like fantasy. I like sci-fi. I like horror. I think he does a really good job at telling stories. My gut check reaction was great. Another classic monster movie that they're going to make us watch. That's probably going to suck.
Mm-hmm.
But looking at who's directing it, I'm a huge Oscar Isaac fan. I think he does a lot of really good work. So I'm excited to see him playing this character in this dark Del Toro universe. I think it could actually be really fun. Yeah.
Casting looks great. I think this is up Guillermo's alley with the type of genre that he works in. And it's going straight to Netflix too, right? So when it's going straight to Netflix, you think that's like meaning that this movie is good, not so good? Because Netflix doesn't have the best track record of straight to Netflix films.
I don't know if I agree with that. I think they have a lot of bangers.
Name a couple.
Adam Sandler.
Yeah, that's
as
a
a whole.
guy. No,
Let's go.
The only movie.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, wait. Yeah, I was.
No, I'm
Okay,
just being a dick. But Netflix, I can't think. I'm having one of those moments where I can't think of anything on the
let me
spot.
help.
Please.
Del Toro's last movie, Pinocchio, was one of the best movies I've ever seen. Del Toro's Pinocchio on Netflix is one of the best films I have ever seen in my life. It is so good. It's stop animation. It's beautiful. And somehow he told a story that will break like any grown man. And we've all heard it 1,000 times. And he made it different. Like, I actually think this is I'm really looking forward to this movie just based on how good Pinocchio was.
Steve, do you got any thoughts?
Didn't see Pinocchio, but the way that Terry just talked about it, might have to check it out.
That came out around the same time as Tom Hanks. He was Geppetto in a
that was
in a
the Disney one is much worse. Like,
yeah,
I think the Del Toro one won an Oscar actually for best animated feature. But it's I mean, I'm telling you, it is incredible. Do yourself a favor. But it is.
You looking at them?
There's so many.
It is very, very sad.
Didn't Netflix win all of these awards the one year for their shows or movies or whatever?
No,
I'm pretty sure they were cleaning up.
No,
they did The Punisher.
Yeah, there it is.
John Bernthal.
That's not a movie. That's a show.
So what? Netflix
the fact that you have to look this hard means that it's
Gray
not
Man,
good.
Glass Onion, El Camino, Bird Box.
El Camino.
He did Bird Box.
Didn't do.
No, I'm talking about Netflix.
Oh,
Netflix movies. They got some good shit.
No, they don't. Those movies are bad.
Whatever, John.
Are we talking
Bad.
Netflix
Are
originals?
you talking like the Chris
Netflix
Hemsworth movie
original.
where he's a badass? That's the best Netflix movie they did.
Extraction.
Extraction.
See, you're even making the point even better.
Yeah, they're not good. That's the bar. Not good.
Oh, you don't know.
I want to believe that this movie is going to be good. I think it's going to be good. There's all the pieces to the puzzle. So yeah, we're looking forward to seeing this guy. I'm sure we'll talk about it. Steve, any final thoughts?
I mean, I'm looking at a list now of Netflix only movies, and John seems to be right.
Thanks, buddy.
do you see what I do?
Oh, I see what you're up to.
That's a Twizzlers Frankenstein on the screen.
No, that's scary.
Yeah, and it doesn't taste good.
Yeah, right. He probably tastes great.
Save that
Flip
line.
it.
Save that line. All right, so Steve, did you ever watch Stranger Things?
Yes.
So listen, moving on to the Stranger Things topic. Is that you?
I believe so. Yeah. I got you.
All right.
All right. The trailer for the final season of Stranger Things just dropped. Let's break it down. Steve,
Yeah.
you feeling hyped about it or you burned out? What are you feeling about it, brother?
So, I'm a big Stranger Things guy. I enjoyed what we've seen so far.
Okay.
I'm nervous about it. Didn't realize until I saw the trailer that it's 3 parts.
Yeah.
So what? November, December, and January is when, and it's the season.
Is that what's
finale.
going on?
Yeah, I think it's
Okay.
broken up like that, which makes me nervous to the point where it's like, all right, are we dragging this out? Not to
Yeah.
mention the characters are 50 now.
Right.
And
They're
why?
so old.
They're
Yeah.
old now.
They're old.
Are they as endearing?
And like what? There's such a big gap. And why was there such a big gap?
Right. I don't know how they're going to explain that in the story.
Yeah, so that makes me nervous. But everything that I've seen or that's been out since, really good. I just hope they don't overdo it, and it's just like, all right, like with this first one that comes out in November, right? I hope it's not like ended here, or like it's.
Right. I feel like it either has to be a home run
Yeah.
or it's going to flop. I don't see a middle ground for this show. It's been drug out for so long.
So long.
It's done a lot of things really well, but it's also shown us a lot of things that are frustrating, annoying, the way they can drag a story out, not connect some things. So like, are we going to get closure and some like banging shit?
Filler. So much
or
filler.
is like any of that filler just going to be irrelevant and it had wasted our time for nothing?
100%. Things to note, it's coming out in 3 parts.
Yeah, I
So
said
you'll have
that.
it around Thanksgiving.
Said that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Christmas and New Year's?
Yeah.
The final one in New Year's is going to be 2.5 hours. The series finale is 2.5 hours long. So buckle up for that.
But yeah, I'm excited and nervous. I hope they figure.
I
it
hope
out.
they wrap up, and they must be with that runtime, but I hope they really wrap up or tie up a lot of loose ends. I like the show. The show, it gets you. It starts off hot, and then it kind of like, it gets a little boring, but it
Yeah.
picks up again.
Right.
There's a lot of heart.
There's a
lot of heart in
There
this
it
shit.
A lot of
is. Classic
heart.
John. Yeah.
There's a lot of heart.
Hashtag lots of heart.
Yeah.
But I really enjoy things that are like your
What are we doing?
Spielberg style, like
What are we
80s
doing?
kids trying to fight the world, like the big
Oh
bad
my
thing. And like
God.
Stranger Things has a lot of that.
Is
And
the 80s thing still a thing?
I think they
The
I think
nostalgia?
they cracked it in the 80s, like this is what works, and then it went away for a while and it came back and people are like, hell yeah, we still like this formula.
Are they going to age them up to like where they're actually
That's
are?
what I
Are
mean.
these kids going to be playing younger?
Yeah, that's what I'm interested to see.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because like we've seen all these people in different shows or movies, and
Right.
they're all, like they're playing age appropriate, right? So now
Yeah.
it's like,
They're young adults now.
yeah, is there some time that went through, or what are we doing?
Yeah, I want to know. Like, are they living out on their own?
Look at the ears.
I think
man.
that the girl and the guy that are together, they could. She moved away. He moved away.
The guy with the hair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
college, right?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Terry, you have any thoughts?
Yeah, Stranger Things was one that really grew on me. I wasn't all in when it first came out, but I'm all in. I think they've made me excited enough to keep watching. They've also consistently had me watch it the whole way through. Like, I've never taken a break on this show when it drops. When it drops, I'm watching it. I'm
Yeah.
taking the weekend and I'm watching it.
That's a good point.
And that says something. Even if it's not the greatest thing, I am still, and I guess this was in a way the original binge show, right? Like, if you think
It was
about
one of
it,
the most. Yeah, that was the biggest
this
one.
was
I
like
could think
Netflix
of.
#1 show
Yeah.
of all time, and then it just went on this 4-year hiatus.
Yeah,
yeah, but I mean,
Like coming out of COVID,
I'm-
this was it.
dude,
but
I
aren't
didn't-
you glad?
I was
Because they've always delivered a pretty good season.
when this show came out, I was starting my business 10 years ago.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Holy.
It's been
But
around.
that's what makes that's what makes me nervous, because it was so good, and now they went on this like 4-year hiatus where it's like,
But I almost would rather them take a 4-year hiatus and give me something great than just churn out pretty good to shitty because
Oh.
you're worried about the kids getting older.
But the longer this thing goes to take, it better be good. That expectations become greater.
Did you
It better be a home run.
So I actually thought, I did not know that this season was coming. So I actually approached the season finale of the last season as the end of Stranger Things, and it worked for me.
Yeah.
And then suddenly they cut to the kid like grabbing the back of his hair.
yeah.
And I'm like, wait, I thought we were done, because we
Yep.
could have been done.
Mm-hmm.
They could have been done.
Yeah.
So, all right, you know what, Steve, I'm back on your side a little bit, because they landed the plane and then chose to get greedy and do this extra season. Maybe it is a mistake. Maybe
We'll
it is a
find out.
mistake.
We'll tell you what's not a mistake. Derek's next topic. Derek, what do you got?
Oh, man. I'm so glad you asked. All right, boys. So HollywoodNews.com just dropped that Mark Ruffalo's Hulk is showing up in the next Spider-Man film. John, what's your
Yo.
take on this, man? You think it's a meaningful crossover, or Marvel just throwing more big names into the mix?
real quick, Marty Schultz put writer strike, I think, in 2023 caused the delay. That's a possibility. But back to the Mark Ruffalo's Hulk. So I was doing some research about this. It looks like he's not going to be just like a small character. He's going to be a major character, and that there might actually be a fight between him and Spider-Man. If there's anyone in the Marvel universe that deserves to start getting some wins under his belt in a fight, it needs to be the Hulk. The Hulk has been basically a punching bag to prove that other heroes are strong, right? So he lost to, I'll run this down right now. He lost to Iron Man. He lost to Thor, arguably. He lost to Thanos. He loses every fight that he's in. Every single one. It's just like, I know that the producer, the production, or the distribution rights are owned by, I think, Paramount. So Marvel's not going to have like another studio's IP be beating up on their characters. It wouldn't make business sense. But the Hulk needs to be the Hulk. The Hulk needs to start whooping some ass, and he's supposed to be the strongest there is. That is definitely not this week bitch's physique. I'll tell you that. Steve, what do you got?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I feel like they've been holding him back. And I know in the comics, isn't he like the last one standing out of all of them?
No, well, there's like a lot of iterations. If they do a World War Hulk, it's basically him fighting the Sentry, and the Hulk goes around and just like nerfs every character.
Okay. But yeah, to your point, I feel like they've been holding him back, and that, you know, he's the Hulk. Like, he's supposed to be that X Factor, right? He's supposed to be like, and he's, you know.
Yeah.
He's like a nobody. Like, it's just like,
be
okay.
losing fights.
Yeah.
Like in the comics, that Hulk armor that Iron Man has never works. It's never worked.
I forget what exactly like movie it was, but doesn't like Tony Stark or Robert Downey Jr. say something to one of them like, "Yeah, well, we have a Hulk."
Yeah,
right.
What, like dude, that line's a dope ass line, but it's just like, but then you look at his performance, and it's like he hasn't been changing
good.
The game.
He hasn't. I mean, he showed up in Avengers 2, but
he ragdolled Loki, which was fun.
That was, dude, when he showed up in the first Avengers movie, and he's like, "I'm always mad," and he punched.
Dude, he had a lot of good potential from that first Avengers movie, but from there is where I argue it starts to just go down. He becomes a background guy because he's
just like a filler.
Like Thor, he is so gosh darn powerful.
Yeah,
that you can't have him in the front of the movie.
If you notice in the Avengers movies, right?
Win.
Yeah, like he got nerfed by Thanos, and then he wasn't able to turn in the Hulk, and then the next one, which honestly I was waiting for him to get his comeuppance in the next Avengers movie.
Endgame.
Yeah, like do something to Thanos, turn savage, do something. Marty Schultz wrote "Need a Savage Hulk." He'll lose to Spider-Man too. I hope that this isn't a thing where they fight. I hope this is actually a thing where they fight to a standstill or something. Someone stops them from fighting. But yeah, man, Hulk needs to get some wins under his belt.
What are you going to do if Spider-Man hands it to him?
I mean, there are comic iterations where Spider-Man wins, but there's also ones where Hulk like pretty much puts him on the brink of death.
When I hear about
it shouldn't even be like close. Even Mr. Milquetoast, and yet in a crossover in the 80s, didn't Batman beat the Incredible Hulk with a knockout gas? Yeah, he did. And I actually read that book. He did. But not today. You're not going to have the guy that survived a nuclear bomb and then came back to Earth and beat up every single Marvel character and like have Batman beat him with gas. Like, come on.
No, Hulk needs to.
But that's more like, I can swallow that, other than it's not like Batman beat him up with his fists. Like
he tried.
Yeah, well, of course, like I guess everyone's gonna try, right? So like he needed something more, like a gas or something. So I can kind of, I mean, that's kind of corny, but like I can get behind that. But if you're telling me Spider-Man just webs him, or goes punch for punch, or anyone like that is going punch for punch with them and takes him down, that's bad.
I know in the past they've said like Spider-Man pulls his punches. So you probably don't know how strong he is.
I forget the storyline, but Spider-Man does knock him out in one of the stories, but it's like still like a lighthearted story though.
If he's holding his punches back, if that's true, and like maybe it is, I have him a smidge stronger than Batman.
No, Spider-Man?
All right,
Spider-Man's
probably
strong,
more than a
dude.
smidge. Probably more than a smidge.
Spider-Man's stronger than like Captain America.
Oh yeah,
Spider-Man
he's top tier.
He's up
Really?
there, dude. Yeah, he's up there.
If you ever get the chance, you should read or just like check out like a Comics Explained on YouTube of Spider-Man kills the Marvel universe. Holy crap, he is insane.
And I want to see some Spider-Man Deadpool action. Deadpool's like in love with Spider-Man. He
That's
always
just
wants
funny.
to bang him.
So there is
Is that real?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
there is an
Their
ultimate
team-ups are
Spider-Man.
hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
There's an ultimate Spider-Man where he is in the middle of New York and all of a sudden he comes face to face with the Hulk and freaks out because Ultimate Spider-Man's a kid. He is a 16-year-old kid.
Yeah.
And I think Captain America, somebody says you have to get the Hulk to do something. And what he does is he jumps on his back and he says, I cannot control the Hulk, but maybe I can steer him. I'll bet you that's what they're going to do, is have it be a team up where he gets on his back and basically use his webs to steer him right and left to try and focus the destruction.
That's cool.
Because that's
a good
all you
idea.
can do with Hulk, is you can... And Spider-Man's smart enough to know, like, I cannot stop him. He's going to hurt things. But what if I steer him to hurt the things I need him to hurt?
Well, also,
good point.
When we last left off the Hulk in the Marvel Universe, he was wearing a Hawaiian shirt, showed up at a backyard barbecue at the She-Hulk show. He's not the same Hulk. We don't even know if he's going to go like berserk, right? That Spider-Man could very well stand toe-to-toe with that Hulk a little bit better. And also, Spider-Man in this universe is still a kid. That guy, Mark Ruffalo's Hulk, I mean, he's a smart guy. He's close to Tony Stark. He knew Stark. I mean, he could also be like a father figure to Spider-Man
True.
in
Could be
that
under
way.
his wing a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, so no one knows who Spider-Man is after Doctor Strange put the spell out on everyone, but you could still have some kind of like father figure in this one. Jumping into the chat, Louis G. They actually need to redeem his character. He's such a disappointment in Infinity War and Endgame. Louis G, 100% agree, but like Derek said, you can't have all of these overpowered guys. Like, look how they nerfed Thor in Endgame. He was the man in Infinity War. He spent the whole movie getting the power that he needed, and then as soon as Endgame happened, he was a sad boy, so that help me, Captain Marvel could show up.
Terrible.
That was bad. Yeah.
Terrible movie. Terrible character.
Louis G also says the real question is, when is Moon Knight and Morbius going to show up in the Spider-Verse? Nothing. I think they can that. Mr. Milktoast, Spider-Man can lift multiple tons. Absolutely.
Yes, he could.
Spidey and the Hulk share a connection in that both are brainy scientist types and both didn't choose to gain their powers. That's a good point. They're different kinds of smart. That's for sure.
Are we going to just ignore Louis G? Sounds like Luigi.
Luigi. Hey.
And speaking of Luigi,
Number one.
Oh, yeah.
doesn't this universe have Daredevil and Punisher, though? Do you guys think they'll appear in the next film? I think Daredevil is supposed to show up.
He already did. He was in the last
He was
Spider-Man
in the last
movie.
Spider-Man, yeah.
Right.
But I think we went over it last week where like second-tier characters are kind of like sticking on the TV shows so that the main event guys can kind of stay in the movies. So I don't know. They might do that just to give them like a rub. What do you think, Derek?
I wouldn't be surprised if they keep doing some cameos. I think if they're good ones, that makes sense. I mean, Daredevil's extremely successful. People want to see him. Plus, and he's in the same neighborhood anyway. Like, it makes sense to have him involved.
Yeah, dude. I hope they do like more Daredevil. That dude is like a good character that like I don't think even the show gives him enough praise.
Well, if you watch the show, maybe you would know, John.
Well, it was boring. All right, so speaking of boring, the early buzz for the Fantastic Four First Steps is in. Early buzz is in. It's a mixed bag. So Ralph, I shouldn't be in charge of names. Ralph Ineson's Galactus is being called terrifying, and the best part of the film, with a comic accurate look at a Lovecraftian cosmic horror angle that gives the movie personality. But not everything lands. Viewers say the characters lack development. Reed Richards' powers feel underwhelming, and the Thing is barely used. So let's break it down. Does this reboot deliver, or is another fumble? Say it again. Another fumble for the Marvel Universe's family. Steve-O.
I think it's a fumble.
Yeah.
the stuff that I'm reading now or seeing now about the Fantastic Four and everything, I was kind of pumped. I shouldn't say that. I was intrigued. Now I'm like, they're gonna fumble it.
Yeah. Yeah. Derek?
Yeah, I've been hyped for this one the entire ride, but now I'm starting to lose a little steam.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little concerned. I like the Lovecraftian approach. I love stuff like that. I think having like Galactus as like kind of almost like a horror character is an awesome idea to run with.
Mm-hmm.
But we want to see the Fantastic Four. I want to see crazy powers. I want to see the Thing just use cars as weapons and throwing shit and destroying things. And I think we might be underwhelmed.
I agree, man. I think that they're like, I heard Mr. Fantastic's powers are like with the underwhelming thing. I think he's going to be probably not stretching out too much. And when he does, it's probably small scenes. I think he's kind of like the Oz guy where he's going to be like figuring out something.
Right. Who we directing everyone.
Yeah. Or like fixing the ship or preparing that ship that's flying. I think the CGI looks good, but he's too small.
Yeah, he needs to be huge.
He's not as big as the Hulk, but he's a hulking guy. And when he stands toe to toe with the Hulk, I mean, he's somewhere in between like an average human and the Hulk. So I don't think he's big enough. And Johnny Storm, he's got to hate the face. I want to punch it every time I see him.
Yeah, and they ruined, from what I understand, his character. Like, he's supposed to be a little misogynistic. He's supposed to be a prick. Very
cocky, arrogant.
He's a cocky asshole. He's fire. Like, he's flying. Like, he is.
Like
he's a literal hotshot, you know?
Yeah.
Looks like an all-American, you know?
Does this speak to today's youth?
I don't know, man.
Like, no more cocky fuck boys. It's now sad boys.
We have enough sad boys.
Yeah, but the Thing is a sad boy. It's right there. If you want to tell a sad story, here's my big problem. Not to cut in, but the problem is right here in this image. This is a Sue Storm movie, and it looks like it's going to be a Sue Storm movie. And I really think this should be a Thing movie. Put the Thing in front and like have it be about the most interesting part of this group. Like I've been saying this since the beginning. Like, it is worrisome that they took Fantastic Four and it's a mom story. I think it's going to be a mom story. I think this is a huge miss. I think you could have told a Thing story, a Johnny Storm story, a Reed story. Although the casting of Pedro Pascal made me also think he's not going to be the lead.
It's not supposed to be in the 60s. It's like the future.
I agree with that.
I think this is a missed opportunity. You should have gone all in on Thing.
I think that like the baby, like it's called First Steps, right? And everyone knows that Franklin Richards is in this thing. I think it is going to be like a mom and a baby thing, and it's something that like Franklin Richards is going to be.
This is a love story.
The guy for something.
What the fuck?
I think that Franklin Richards is going to reshape the universe after.
This is just a setup movie.
After
that's genius though.
After Dr. Doom, I think he's going to set the universe right. Mr. Milquetoast with the '60s era thing wasn't all that tall. When looking back at those comics, he wasn't. But there's iterations of the Hulk where he was like almost regular height.
But this isn't supposed to be the '60s, right? It looks like it, but isn't supposed to be like the future, right?
No, it's
the 60s.
It's like current day. Are you talking about like the Fantastic Four?
Yeah, like this movie.
Yeah, so it's set in a different universe where like it's today's timeline, but it has like 60s vibes to it. Like it makes you feel like you're in the 60s, but it has like technology. Like look at the robot. You don't have robots like that now. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's like modern, but it's like there's 60s inspiration. Marty said it's going to be Franklin Richards' story ultimately. I kind of think that. I think just naming the First Steps, it kind of has a lot of meaning to it.
I agree.
But I think one of the biggest glaring ones will be like the baby in it.
I'm okay with that. I mean, Franklin is the most important character in
but they're not
Marvel.
He's probably the most OP character in Marvel.
But you're right. I mean, he could snap his fingers and create the Heroes Reborn universe like he did in the comic books.
And that's how you do a soft reboot of the entire Marvel universe.
Well, then wouldn't you like
Bring in the
promote that
X-Men.
or like
why
say
do Secret Wars then?
Someone has to put all the magic back in the box. And I think Franklin's the guy that automatically has the power set to do that.
You know, it'd be a baller thing if Dr. Doom came in and just won. Just killed everybody. And then Marvel's just like, we're doing this.
That'd be hilarious. And Doctor Doom does kill everybody. It is a story that is awesome. He wins.
Marty Schultz with it's going to be Franklin Richards. He also said it's like the Jetsons.
It is like
Shannon said the Jetsons. Absolutely. I was talking to Chris Paluzzi. He was explaining me like the Lovecraftian thing where it's like a horror. Like I would get down with like a sci-fi horror. We haven't really seen a lot of horror in Marvel with the exception of like the Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
I would like to see something like that, like a horror movie where people, the antagonist or the protagonist are actually like capable. I think it's cool. And listen, Fantastic Four, they're not superheroes. They're explorers and scientists. You know what I mean? That's probably why they got into this universe. They probably got screwed up. Like, who was the hero that at the end of Miss Marvel actually landed in the X-Men universe?
I never finished it.
All right. Well, she ended up in a different universe, right? I'm thinking that these guys probably they're probably Earth 616, and they ended up in this universe because of an exploration. They probably realized that there's no heroes on that world. They needed protection, and they stuck around. Heroes Reborn.
Why is it always me?
Does that mean we get the Ricky Barnes version of Bucky? Hey, I read a thing that when Sebastian Stan signed up, he was promised that he would eventually end up being Captain America. The Fantastic Four should be in a Fantastic Voyage-like movie exploring stuff. They absolutely should. Mr. Milktoast Photon, you're right. Thank you for that. You guys have anything else on this?
I think that's it for now. Let's just wait and see. I hope it does well, but starting to feel bad about it.
Yeah, but are you, I'm so jacked up for Superman now, though.
Yeah.
Oh, stop.
Superman
I really-
saving the summer. Preach, Terry. Please preach.
The whole thing is like, this is the dethroning of Marvel. We're about to watch it, and fucking Superman's gonna be the one to do it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Everything that I've been watching of the Superman, it is what Marvel is trying to do. I think DC is doing with this Superman movie.
A lot of heart, a lot of action, a lot of color, a lot of good
gun.
storytelling. James Gunn.
Ooh, Marty, what are you saying?
Post-credit scene leak. Did they leak it?
I don't want to know anything about it if they did.
I tell you what Marvel did leak.
Ooh, let's talk about a leak.
Well, not the Thor one yet. We'll talk about according to insider James Mackle, Avengers Doomsday will introduce a variant Avengers team from the X-Men universe. This team reportedly includes an Iron Man variant portrayed by Robert Downey Jr., a Black Panther variant, Binary, who's Maria Rambeau, and Hank Pym, who will be known as Giant in this universe. So, Derek, what do you think about this team? You think fuck it. What do you think about this team?
I don't really care about this team, man. Like, all right, so
It won't be a long topic.
Giant Man is cool. He's a classic Avenger. I think it's awesome to see him getting used. And then everyone else, I don't know, man. Like Black Panther, is it still a popular character after the first two movies? Would we say yes?
Absolutely. I think
Yeah.
people are actually wondering,
With needing a new Black Panther,
No.
this might be the way to weave that in. This might
Could be
be where you
clever.
get your new...
it could be clever. And then Binary, I don't know anything about Binary.
Yeah, man. I think this is going to be like, you know how the Illuminati were in Doctor Strange?
Yeah.
They were basically just like a bunch of heroes that you were told, hey, they beat Thanos on their own, or Strange helped. And just basically shown as cannon fodder for how strong the Scarlet Witch is, to show that. I think that this team might be another cannon fodder squad where like someone comes in there and just wrecks them. And you're like, oh shit, they're strong. It might be where Doctor Doom ends up.
That would make a lot of sense then,
You know?
because these are not A-tier characters right now.
Not at all.
So it makes sense to just wipe them off the map real quick for a show of strength.
If they're bringing the X-Men from this universe, if it's something where they're weaving them in, I mean, bang, you got your new Black Panther right there. Steve, what are you thinking?
I mean, I like the X-Men. I'm more caught up on like the Robert Downey Jr. Like, come on, like, is he gonna be in everything? Like, he's gonna be everyone's superhero. Like, he's gonna be Iron Man. He's gonna be Doom, and now he's gonna be the Iron Giant, or like, you know?
No,
like, what the fuck,
no.
Iron Giant.
No. So like Ant-Man, Hank Pym will be in this as called the Giant. He's one member of the team, and then Robert Downey Jr. will be an Iron Man variant also on that team. Two separate things.
So he's still Iron Man.
He's still an Iron Man. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
It'd be cool to see like that retro armor.
Yeah,
Like
with a fun faceplate. It's like the points up on it and stuff.
yeah.
That stuff would be cool. Like the gold armor. Any of that stuff would be pretty cool.
So Marty, you put a little spoiler in there. We're not going to talk about that, but that's pretty cool. Just reading it, if you guys want to read it. Louis G. So Robert Downey Jr. is double casted. I would say Robert Downey Jr. is probably triple casted the way we're rolling right here.
But I mean, there is a variant of Doom that is Tony Stark. Like,
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's the main one, though. Like they've said it. He is a variant of Tony Stark, the Doom that Downey's
Right.
Yeah.
playing.
exactly. So
And he's not the 616 dude.
there's a lot of room for a lot of crossover here.
But Kemp, this is fucking stupid. I hate this story. Avengers Doomsday will feature a variant Avengers team from X-Men universe. Are they talking Fox X-Men universe?
Yes.
If so, it should be cast with people from Fox. Robert Downey Jr. has no business there. It should be a totally different actor playing Tony Stark as if Tony Stark from that universe would have existed. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense.
There is like precedence on like the variants, right? Like some look like the other people in that universe and some don't. So like variants of Spider-Man were all different looking. But all the Doctor Stranges look the same. So I think there is like precedence on like
Maybe
some
I just hate
heroes
the
in the
headline.
universe is looking the same, some don't. I also don't think that these guys are going to be around long, so I don't think they put a ton of effort into casting.
Then it should be the kids from Dawson's Creek or something like that. Like, give me like something very Fox, very early 2000s casting. Honestly, you know what they could have done here? If they wouldn't be able to pull it off. But you ever seen that like 90s version of what the Avengers would have been if it was cast in the 90s?
Yeah.
Opportunity
that's
for that, where you have like Tom Cruise as Iron Man. or what if the Avengers were
Tom Cruise.
I think
you
it'd be
know,
fun.
anything you could do. I just think you could be more creative than this. Like a variant Avengers from the X-Men universe. Who cares?
Dude, there is, just off topic, but there's a lot of talk about Denzel now. It's like getting hotter and hotter about him.
Magneto, right?
Magneto, and I'm sorry, this is bad, dude. I'm bad with names, but the dad who played the dad in Malcolm in the Middle.
Bryan Cranston.
Bryan Cranston.
There's talk of him being Professor X.
Well, him versus Gus Fring
Yeah.
of
I don't hate that.
because Magneto is rumored to be him, right?
Yep.
Bryan Cranston as Professor X. I don't hate that.
I don't hate that at all.
Yeah, I don't hate that either.
That was interesting.
So Louis G, I could imagine a cameo with the rest of the X-Men team, perhaps Gambit or Deadpool cameo too. I think that they confirmed Deadpool to be in the movie. Mr. Milquetoast, even Fox X-Men movies are variants of one another. Those movies don't mesh with each other. Yeah, they didn't really worry about like maintaining the timeline all the way. So you're right. Marty heard today that X-Men universe is a utopia. X-Men and humans exist with no issues. So that doesn't sound like it's like the Fox X-Men, but they're also having comic book accurate costumes, these X-Men, but they're bringing the actors back from the Fox one that we know. So yeah, it probably is a variant universe.
Could be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, let's go on to another variant thing. Batman and Deadpool. They're teaming up, boys. This is it. This is a big one. Marvel and DC just announced that their first crossover in over 20 years is going to be Batman and Deadpool as headliners. 2 one-shot issues, 2 publishers, 1 chaotic duo. Derek, who's dragging who into madness here, and does this open up the door for more Marvel versus DC team-ups?
Every now and then we have a nice little crossover of Marvel and DC,
Fuck yeah.
Dark Horse, a bunch of these other guys, and it's always awesome. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah, dude.
Every read is a good time. There's a lot of fan service, a lot of good fights, a lot of blood. I think that Wade Wilson is going to drive the Dark Knight absolutely batty. I think
he's going to hate him.
He's going to absolutely
I like what
piss
he did
him
there.
off. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be fun.
Corny.
That's right, baby. I am. I'm going to read it with a box of Whoppers beside me and my cherry Coke. And then maybe I'll feed a Twizzler to my dog, but
Yeah.
I do like my dog, so I
Cal's
probably
better
won't.
than that.
You're right. Cal
Yeah.
is better than that.
Cal deserves better.
Cal, if you're watching, I'm sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
Give
I
him
won't give you that
Raisinette.
garbage.
Yeah,
Oh my
Raisinette.
God.
Look, I'll just jump on this before we pass it over to Steve, but I'm with Derek, dude. They're not like, you're not going to get a great story. But I remember back in the 90s, they had DC versus Marvel. And it was a fan vote for who beat who. And it was like Superman fought the Hulk, Batman fought Captain America, Robin fought Jubilee, which I didn't like that much. Thor fought
Robin
Captain
probably
Marvel.
lost too.
Wolverine fought
Robin won.
Lobo.
Oh, he won.
Yeah, he fought Lobo in a bar.
Yeah.
And they're actually fought off screen though, which is kind of disappointing. And then Green Lantern got housed by the Silver Surfer. But yeah, I remember that book was awesome. I've watched read a lot of other books where like Superman actually picked up Thor's hammer and Captain America's shield to fight a big bad. I read Spider-Man versus Superman. So a team up like this opens the door to a lot of things. And let's keep in mind, like, this thing is going to sell. And also remember that the head of Marvel, help me out here, Kevin Feige, before James Gunn got canceled, right? Kevin Feige was going to pass off the space portion of the Marvel universe to Kevin Feige to helm, right? So like, they're boys. I think he actually consulted with Feige before taking the job at DC. So could that ever happen? I think that would be like the beginning of the end for like the Marvel books and the comic book movies, because what else can you do?
Right.
But like, that would be $2 billion movie if you put Batman and Deadpool in a movie.
I'm just imagining Nightwing thinking he can mess up Deadpool.
Yeah.
And then just getting mopped up, and then the bat has to show up and kick into high gear.
You know all the
Save
talk
face.
about Nightwing's butt
Oh yeah,
and Deadpool being into that. So like,
like it's all right there for us.
yeah,
Is Deadpool like that?
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's
That's
kinky.
why, yeah, he's getting pegged in the movies and all that stuff.
Also, here's a fun idea. Imagine a Deadpool heckling Superman. That's hilarious to me in my head.
Superman
I
If
probably
they had to be
submit
in the same
him.
room together.
Superman would probably hands down submit to him.
No, he wouldn't. He
would.
wouldn't. He's the man.
Yeah,
No.
So I just realized as I was looking at that other image, this is probably going to be about, come on, mouse. Ruining my bit. This is probably going to be about this guy right here.
Which would be awesome. I think that's too
Yeah, but I mean,
convenient.
it's got to be what it is
Deathstroke?
Batman's maybe even mistakes Deadpool for Deathstroke, or they got to team up to go after Deathstroke because Deathstroke came first. Marvel ripped off DC when they created Deadpool because they stole it from Slade Wilson.
You're right.
And now the merc
That's
with the
actually-
mouth is going to...
Slade versus Wade.
Isn't that who?
Wow,
I'd watch
Derek.
it.
Derek's
Big brain.
his brain's on point today. Hey, let's go hop into the chat real fast. Where do we got?
Jubilee
Seems
fell
like-
in love with Robin Lal.
Seems like every 20 years the two companies play nice with one another and we got crossovers out of it. Yeah, and like, let's not forget other crossovers like Predator versus Batman. That was fucking awesome. I read Superman versus Terminator. That wasn't that good.
Predator versus Wolverine.
Dude, RoboCop versus Predator was awesome.
It's the stuff the boys want.
Superman versus Alien. I actually read Superman versus Predator. Not that good. Marty Schultz, after he beat her ass, she's kinky. Yeah, he didn't punch her. He just tied her up. Kind of kinky still. Mr. Milktoast, pretty much every marquee character has its own version in each universe. You're absolutely right.
Truth.
Absolutely right. Good point.
All right.
We have one more. Derek, you want to
sure.
rip it
Let's
up?
talk
What do you
about
got
one of
next, buddy?
One of my favorite guys.
We saved this
Thor.
topic for you to read for that, man. Let's
Maybe.
go.
All right. Is Thor done after Avengers Doomsday? Chris Hemsworth just dropped an emotional farewell video thanking fans for 15 years as Thor. right as he's confirmed for Avengers Doomsday. Steve, does this mean he's out after this movie? Or is Marvel just messing with us? Is it just a little fan service?
No, I think he's out. I read something or saw a video. Didn't he say he's got like dementia or something?
No, he does have a...
So he has the gene for Alzheimer's, which his grandfather had. Okay. So he's been really focused on trying to find a way to help people with that and find a cure and everything.
So I read something like that and about him, and then I read another thing about the Thor, the send-off, and they're supposed to send him off in like a epic battle, or they just said an epic fashion.
You think who that's going to be to do that?
It's got to be Doom.
It's got to be Doom.
It's got to be Doom.
It's either that or like, I would say it's Doom. You have to have, again, Doom has to go around just nerfing people to show that he's a bigger threat than Thanos was. Each time you have a different villain, like he has to be stronger than the previous guy, right? You have to have higher stakes. There's no person that could show higher stakes than someone that just knocks him out. The other thing is, who's left from the original cast? You got Mark Ruffalo, Hawkeye. You have Hulk, Hawkeye, and Thor, right? They're all going to be phasing out. It's probably his time. But also, in that tweet, I think he did say something about like he was going to be in the next Thor movie, or excuse me, he was going to be in the both Avengers movies that are coming up, and also there is talk about a Thor 5. So we have time. It wasn't a definitive he's out, but it sounded very much. It could be them just playing with us too.
Could be, or it could be maybe this is his last run. These last 3 movies might be.
Like when you say he's like, I don't think they're playing. I think they are going to phase him out. I think he is going to hang it up.
Okay.
At least for some time, like he could come back, right? There's always a chance of a comeback.
Dude, his dad.
Comics, there's always a comeback.
Yeah.
His dad died. No one's taken over his New Asgard, right? He probably ends up taking Asgard off planet to an actual planet instead of it being like in Scotland or whatever it was, and he has to run the show. You could take him out like that, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of ways out for this character.
Marty said, doubt Thor isn't it maybe recast. I don't think you're recasting Thor, not for a long time or until you reboot the whole universe.
There's a point
Chris Hemsworth is too loved.
Where Thor does disappear for a very long time. He takes Asgard back. He's just being King Thor forever. And he does show back up, but that's when he's God King Thor and he's like older and super powerful. And
he probably like sacrifices or something. He probably does something like that. So they're going to send him off like a hero.
Yeah, like he'll probably go to Valhalla, like Marty said in the chat.
It better be epic. That's what
I would like to see like God King Thor. I'd like to see him just ripping people apart.
Yeah.
And maybe he doesn't die. Maybe like, because like Captain America didn't die. He just aged up. You give him a happy ending. Like maybe he doesn't have to die, but like something where like he has to take the Asgardians onto a new planet.
Well, there's also Ragnarok, so there's a Thor clone that shows up in Dark Avengers, which we talked about might be where they're going. They might go down that. And that's a Thor clone. So now I could go even further and say, if Hemsworth sold his likeness to Disney for an astronomical amount of money, it would actually make sense for it to be a shitty AI clone of Hemsworth being in Dark Avengers movies.
Yeah.
I hope not.
I'm just saying, conspiracy hat. If I wanted to go do something else, but I want my likeness to still be Thor, like there's a deal and a half right there.
They also did, wasn't it the first time Captain America went rogue? Help me out here. Where Captain America,
War?
Yes, in Civil War there was a robot or a clone.
That's
of
this one, yeah.
Thor that went bad.
Yeah, that's Ragnarok.
Yeah, man. Michael M. got to build up Doom. Yeah, you have to. You have to make him terrifying and unstoppable, and having Thor get nerf bombs is absolutely true. Eventually, all the characters will be recast as Disney's not going to stop making Marvel movies in the years, decades to come. Maybe. Marty, Thor meets his family and girl in Valhalla. Good ending. Michael M. They have to recast at some point. New generation of viewers. Clones. Nothing says bad writing like clones. They're not bad, dude.
Fact.
All right. Well, speaking of clones, because we saw it in the trailer, James Gunn teases going to DC for a second, guys. So James Gunn teases major cameo in Peacemaker Season 2. James Gunn hints at a really, really, really big cameo near the end of Peacemaker Season 2, with the season connecting closely to the upcoming Superman film and featuring characters like Guy Gardner, Hawkgirl, and Maxwell Lord. Who could this surprise guest be? Let's speculate on potential appearances and their implications for the DC universe. Steve, what do you got, buddy?
I don't care. I don't care.
Steve's
dude.
back this week, everybody.
Peacemaker. I'm silly, stupid. I can't with Peacemaker. I'm sorry. Lame.
You didn't even watch it.
I know, and the trailer looked all right, and then I thought about it more. Nah, dude, I can't. I don't care. I don't care.
Derek?
I feel like it has to be Superman,
Yeah.
right?
Well, me and Terry, I think, talked about it.
Yeah.
Terry said in our group chat, he said Momoa, right? Because Momoa already did it.
Lobo?
It could be Momoa as Lobo. And so this in the timeline, right? Superman will already have been out. So those characters will already be introduced. And then the next DC thing is Peacemaker. So it makes sense that the next DC movie being Supergirl, they would introduce characters from that movie to get people anticipated and excited for that movie. So Terry, I think, was spot on with that one, right, Terry? You want to elaborate a little bit?
So I think if I know James Gunn as the jokester he is, because he put Momoa in there as Aquaman last season, it would be kind of a funny thing to bring him back, even just for a joke, for us to unveil the way Lobo's going to look going forward, because it is going to be Jason Momoa as the only actor to go from DC to DC. If I'm thinking about who James Gunn is as a filmmaker, a little mischievous, bit of a troublemaker, comes from Trauma Films, I would absolutely do that. To just kind of say, like, isn't this fun that it's make-believe? And just put it in as this itty-bitty thing all the way at the end.
Yeah. Steve, what's the backstory of Peacemaker?
Dude, I'll tell you what. Peacemaker looks like an absolute penis. He sucks. I could care less where he came from.
All right.
Damn. Why do they hate on Peacemaker?
Call him Penis
man?
Maker.
I don't know, man. I just, dude, I can't
I feel
get
like you
behind
would
it.
love that show.
I think he would too. He hasn't even watched it. He
Give
just
it a chance, man. It's hilarious.
Peacemaker doesn't
All right,
resemble
you know what? Fuck you guys. I am gonna watch it,
Good.
and maybe my mind will change. But I mean,
Have some Whoppers while you do.
Yeah.
definitely not doing that. But you know what? I should buy in, right? If I think it sucks, I should have all the shitty candy, right? I should get some
Dude.
Whoppers, some St. Andy's chocolates, right? Whatever the fuck Terry eats when he's fucking stopping at CVS on his way to the frickin' movie theaters. Will you eat circus peanuts too, you weirdo? Can I get a pack of them? You know what? And then I will. I'm going to binge. With all the shitty sweet treats.
Steve,
Good.
can you do me a
And
favor?
in honor of Peacemaker, I'm just going to sit in some old school Hanes whitey tighties and just sit there like an absolute penis watching this show.
Steve, can you do me a favor? Can you
I
finish?
might even live stream it. Let the people see
People in the chat, do you guys want to see Steve and his tighty whities?
I'm watching this stupid show.
Eating Whoppers? Streaming Peacemaker? We should do like a watch.
A little watch party.
Yeah, we can do a
watch
watch along. We just sync it up and say, all right, everybody hit play at the same time.
Yeah. And
Yeah, we
Steve,
can do a watch party.
can you, before Superman comes out, seriously, can you watch Peacemaker Season 1 and also Creature Commandos?
Yeah, I mean, I started Creature Commando.
It's such a good show,
I know.
dude. If you guys, anyone in the chat that like hasn't watched Creature Commandos, highly recommend it, especially like episodes, I think it's like 3, 4, and 5. It's the animation, it's animated, but it's the first thing in James Gunn's new universe. Terrific show. And you know what I'm going to say, Steve? Has a lot of heart.
Yeah.
It's, imagine like the Suicide Squad done right,
This blows Suicide Squad out.
It blows it out of the water, dude.
I can tell you. From
I think I like this better than I like Guardians of the Galaxy. I definitely like any
yeah, dude,
like
this is better than
ragtag team
Guardians
of
of the Galaxy,
heroes.
and it's better than freaking Thunderbolts. I'll tell you that.
100%. This show is great.
Oh, I forgot about Frankenstein in that show.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, man.
David Harbour.
Better than Invincible.
Derek,
Yeah.
Invincible versus Creature Commandos. Where does it rank?
Ooh, Creature Commandos is better than Invincible.
Wow. Terry?
I'm struggling with that one. I'm gonna really struggle with that one. I think I like Creature Commandos.
Wow.
Well, I think by the end, well, we'll see. I think we'll see when they both have like 3-season runs, because the Invincible story is one of my favorite stories. It's incredible.
Dude, Chris
Wow, I can't
Paluzzi
believe
sent
I just
a
said that.
penis alert. Circus penis, I'm pretty sure the possession of those is a crime in certain states. Marty wrote, Creature Commandos is awesome. It is. Any Invincible fans? Listen, Louis G, I'm an Invincible fan. I like the show. I know there's
I'm
a
a big
lot.
fan.
You're on
it's
record
a
saying
slow
Invincible
burn.
is better than X-Men 97. You're on record saying that.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
I think we gotta.
That's
we
an
gotta,
accusation there.
Yeah,
Wow.
I don't know, dude. You know what?
You
if I
are.
did say that at some point in time, I'd have to reevaluate my thoughts because maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, yeah.
I thought Invincible. It's just different, man. It's a different storytelling with people with similar powers to what we're used to watching. Dude, I just like the show, but yeah, this is a better script. This is a better show.
You know what? You
I just like
nailed it.
Invincible is like
They're
almost
two
like a
different
bad watch.
They're two different shows.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
They're very different.
Yeah,
Just the
but
only
you just
combinations
nailed
are
it.
bad.
It's written really well.
Yeah, it's
You can
terrific.
tell that it's the first swing of DC, and it's well written.
Yeah. I would definitely say watch it. Anyone in the chat that hasn't, it's streaming on Max, and they're very short episodes, and it's a very short season. So Reichert said Steve's going to put on his best snapback for the viewing. Marty said they're doing a season 2, right? Yeah, I think they're absolutely doing one. Peacemaker was originally an employee of the United Nations who used his spare time to fight the world, fight for world peace via non-lethal means. Interesting. All right, so any other thoughts, guys, on this one?
No, that's it for me.
No? Hey, so this weekend, no one saw Karate Kid, and it was probably horrible. But I am going to go see Ballerina this weekend. I want to see some, what do you got? So why do you gig on?
It's right up your alley. You know, it's got a lot of heart. It's probably not dark.
Yeah, it is. It's from the John Wick universe. We're
Ballerina.
assassins. Yeah. John Wick's in it.
All right. Well,
Wrong?
I just went off the title. I judged the book by its title, and okay. Well, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Could be fun.
Yeah.
You're still a loser, but okay.
Thanks, pal.
I voted hero on that one, I believe. So
You did.
excited to see.
It's probably, no, I think we did a lot of, Terry, you did 0, right?
I did do 0, yes.
If you guys didn't watch our episode last week, it was last week, right?
Last week we did heroes and zeros.
Yeah, we did a Heroes to Zero segment. So the last show of every month, we're going to do the next month's breakdown of like movies. Do we think they're good or they're bad? I have another thing that I want to start next week if you guys are open to it. I want to do true or false. So,
Wayne, what?
all right. So Superman's budget is $300 million. It needs to break even at $700 million. Do you guys, true or false? Superman's going to get $700 million gross.
False.
All right.
True.
Because it'll be more. Yes. Thank you, Terry.
It's not even gonna.
What are we talking about?
It's
gonna
unreal.
fucking crush.
It's gonna crush with 700.
Did you guys
it's
see
$1 billion movie in
Yeah,
my
but what if
idea
it's
right
bad?
now.
the second
It's not.
that
we still have to
It
figure
still
that
could
part
be
out.
bad.
They already
Still have to figure
edited
that
out
part out.
parts that they didn't like.
It
Like,
doesn't even matter. The
Yes,
second they
I
drop
know.
that thing on Instagram of Superman and the kids, it's fucking over.
Yeah.
It's over. That was the best marketing they could have done, is Superman
Dude.
hugging children.
Did you see the commercials that they did?
Yeah.
Where like they're doing old commercials from our childhood for the toys. Where like the heroes flying around. Like they're playing to every age range. Every
The
single
only reason
one.
why
You
is
guys are
because, like I
fired
said
up.
from the start, it's going to crush box office early
Dude,
on.
like I said,
and then the
but
reviews are going to
billion.
come out, and it's going to be like, wow, this movie actually
no, dude, we already talked about this. Amazon is doing a paid viewing before the movie is released. You have to pay to see it, and there's no like you can't talk about it because they know they have an absolute hitter on their hands, dude.
Okay.
And look at that Superman right there
Okay.
with the mullet. Remember mullet Superman? 95, 96. That was my Superman for a long time.
Yeah, now you got this freaking lame dude. Dude doesn't even with this cool dog.
Dude's jacked.
He's a
He looked way bigger in some of the Instagram
oh
stuff.
Jesus, Terry,
Yeah.
don't fucking
Thank
drink
you,
his
Terry.
Kool-Aid, Terry.
Thank you, Terry.
Don't drink his Kool-Aid.
They did a whole thing about his working out thing. And also, they've already said that Superman is guaranteed to get a new outfit or a new costume at the end of this movie. So it's probably like a Batman, Nolan Batman thing where the first movie, he had the costume and it was flawed. And in the second one, they talked about it, right? Like he couldn't move his neck. So there might be an evolution to the costume. Look at Iron Man. His costume evolved. Captain America, Thor. Why can't Superman, you know? All right, guys. Well, listen,
we'll see.
let's wrap this up. Everyone, if you haven't liked it, subscribed, please do. It helps us out big time. To everyone in the chat, thanks for joining us. Will we have tears on this podcast if the Superman movie's bad? Yeah, Louis G, if Superman movie's
Absolutely.
bad, we can zoom
we
the
agree
camera
on
in as
what's
close
going
in
on?
on my face as possible.
What's it got
and
to
I
hold?
will weep tears.
Derek, you know the way he's been hyping this up.
Oh, yeah.
So
I
what
will
do you
openly
think?
weep.
He should be the peacemaker of us, the middleman.
Okay.
What does it have to hold for it to be a success?
All right, so wait.
On Rotten Tomatoes.
Excuse me. So now you want Derek to create the criteria.
Not create the criteria, but me and you aren't going to.
But if you want him to do it, we both have to abide by what he says.
Yeah, so let's agree to it.
Well, shake hands before he
Okay.
says it.
Yeah. So
All
like,
right.
with the hype and everything, what does it need to like?
Score on Rotten Tomatoes. You guys need to agree on this. Needs to beat 91%.
Wow. All right. Cool.
The
You
way you
think
guys
it beats
talk about it, shouldn't-
Do you have that
I
much faith in
agreed.
it?
So I'm gonna, unlike Steve, I'm gonna stay true to
You're
my
gonna go
word,
with it?
and I'm gonna go with it.
I think I'm being generous with how high it's going to go. I think I went higher than I was even comfortable with.
the
Yeah,
lowest I
I'm
would go would be like an 88, 86, be pushing it. If it
You're
doesn't get
saying
better.
that means that it's good, dude.
But do
But
you
you're like saying a
you
movie-
guys are saying
you
it's going
want
to be
this
the
movie.
greatest thing
No,
ever.
no one is.
The way
You're
talking,
saying
it
it's
better
going to
hold
be
in
the worst movie ever because you don't like the suit and you don't think he's big enough. You're predicating the entire review, your review for this movie, on specifically and only how this dude
All right.
looks.
The body and the suit says a lot.
So
about
Steve,
how the
you're
movie's
saying
gonna
it's going to
be.
be a below a 91%.
Michael
on
Keaton
Rotten
had
Tomatoes.
no physique, and Batman was awesome.
Dude, that was back in the fucking. Come on, man.
He came back just a couple of years ago. I'm sorry, Derek. So
I'm saying-
91%.
I'm saying 91%. You're going to go. You're saying in that or over, or
I'm
you're
gonna
saying under?
He's going to say what, under? I'm going to say
Under.
over.
Under. What are we wagering?
Well, wait. Could we also do like a box office too? So like it has to have a 91% plus X amount on the
I
opening
know
week.
it's gonna crush early, like in the box. So like, I don't like. I know it's gonna crush.
We'll
There.
say 700 million.
No, because here's the deal. Like it has
you
to be
talking
opening box. Yeah,
Opening?
it has to be opening box office because we can't be like, well,
300.
no way.
What
That's
did
way too
Thunderbolts
much.
do?
Let's just talk domestic.
Okay, I was talking worldwide.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see, I like worldwide.
Okay, we can do domestic. America.
No, it's super. Like
It's tracking at like 150. Just so you're aware, and if that helps you out,
What do you want? What do you want to say?
I would say if I'm going 91%, you got to give me a little something on the box office. I'm going to say $100 million.
yeah,
Take that deal.
yeah. Because I don't care. Because I agree, it's probably gonna crush in the box office, but overall, the movie is going to disappoint. That's what I've been saying.
Dude, I
Okay.
think it's opening up. Like
There's
Terry,
no way it's higher than. It's not going to be higher than Deadpool. Or I'm not Deadpool. I'm sorry. Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts at 96?
Nah, man. Well,
Guys, it's going $1 billion.
I'm 100%.
I'm putting it down. It's going $1 billion. I'm basing that
100%.
off of like. Also, look at Super Mario. that $1.36 billion worldwide.
Dude, The Lion King.
Dude, it's
the
not gonna
Lion
come
King
close
got $1
to
billion.
that.
It is going to hit a...
But
So
Mario- 'cause Mario
I'll
is-
stake my reputation on it hits $1 billion
Worldwide,
because...
we're not doing worldwide. We're just doing America.
Well,
I want to go worldwide with
if
it,
you're
but
talking
he wants to
domestic
stay in
gross,
America.
you do the domestic on like the weekend or like on the opening weekend.
I'm cool with going worldwide. It doesn't matter.
I still think...
no way.
It's gonna have
though.
problems in other countries.
Every studio wants to hit that billion.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to hit $1 billion.
It's gonna be
the
better than Mario?
American
Yeah.
way. It's the
You're
red,
out.
white, and blue. No, I don't think it's going to be
Gonna run
Mario.
away this summer.
I think it's going to get $1 billion.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't think.
No.
All right. Well, let's bet on that.
I think all the old...
Okay.
I think like people
Billion
who hate
worldwide?
Superman are not
Yeah.
children. You
Above a
wait.
91%.
What are we betting?
I don't know.
What are we betting? It's between you two.
We can figure that part out.
You have to like prepare
it-
a statement that the other guy has
if
to
it
read
beats
on this
both-
podcast.
You both, I don't know.
We can
You have to
discuss
dress
it
like
next
Superman
week.
for the podcast that following week.
All right.
We'll
figure
I'm
it
sure
out.
we'll agree before it drops. That's when we need it.
But Derek has to approve
Sure.
before that.
Wait,
We
why
got
don't
the
we?
ground
Why don't we
rules so
team?
far.
Let's just team up. Me and John versus Steve and Derek.
Boom.
Go with that. Boom.
Boom.
All right.
You guys got to kiss.
Yeah, I bet you. Yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
All right. On that end,
If you don't
guys,
kiss your homies good night, are they even your homies? That's all I'm saying.
Do you see that? Do you see that thing where the guys calling us homies and like wishing them good night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So we're gonna wish you guys good night.
Good night, John.
Thanks, buddy. Hey, so thank you for watching, everyone in the chat, putting up with us. You guys supporting us is very, very, very appreciated.
Thank you, guys.
For Terry, what's your social media?
We are over here at Young Junk, which if you ever want to send candy, we will accept Young Junk at. We're at Young Junk.
We'll accept Young Junk.
Yeah. 4100 Main Street, Philadelphia, PA, in Manayunk. We are the premier podcast destination, the Podcast Palace. So follow us on at Young Junk everywhere you can, but especially on YouTube. Thank
For
you.
sure. Derek, what about you?
You can find me at Symbolic51 online. Thanks for watching, guys. It's been a great time. Remember to grab your whoppers.
Bologen, where are they going to follow you?
S Brown 2124 is what? I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, so he doesn't care. But anyway, follow us at the Muscle Geeks Podcast on all the streaming platforms. And again, guys, make sure you like this, you subscribe, share it, hit that, what is it?
Bell icon.
Hit that bell.
Hit that
Ring
bell.
that bell.
Hit that subscribe button. Hit
Tell
that
your
notifications
friends.
bell. And comment on this once it's posted also. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you next week.
Good night.
Young John!